Hey guys, it's Matthew again, your friendly neighborhood DM here with part 6 of Building a Fighter. We're almost done. As I said last video, we've chosen our ability scores. We're well on our way to a complete, usable, functional character. Frankly, you've done the hardest parts here, guys. So right now we're on what's D&D Beyond's calling the details or descriptions page. So you got your character name, Zoraruk, which kind of sounds like a Pokemon now that I think about it, but whatever. So we've it's just going over through some things we've already chosen. We've chosen Celestial as our language, and now we're going to get into our background. So D&D Beyond does a great job of kind of making this easier for you guys. Your background, traditionally, when you're playing with paper and pen, which I implore you to try, you definitely should do it at least once just to get the hang of it and really see how everything's set up. You're going to pick your background. And what that means is you're going to come here. And again, this is going to be another case, newer players who don't, just have access to the core rule book. You're not going to have all of these options. And there's a lot of options. So I'm going to make it really simple here. He's going to be a soldier. And, you select soldier and it gives you a bunch of choice. And it, gives you what do we see? More skill proficiencies, guys. More skills. Skills are very important. And when we get finished with this character, I'm going to explain how all of this is used in a campaign with short little examples so that everyone, when you sit down to the table, you kind of know what you're doing. Wouldn't that be great? So skill proficiencies, it's already going to take away the ones we've already already selected. So we're going to take our look at some choices here. So we've got a few good choices, and it really just depends on how you want to flavor your character and what kind of person you want them to be. Keep in mind your ability scores because they do affect your skills. And it's pretty intuitive. You can kind of tell by looking at things what ability scores they affect. Some of them are a little more vague, but example, I'll just go through the ones we have just to make it easier. Acrobatics, that's going to be dexterity. Animal handling, that's wisdom. Arcana, intelligence, deception, charisma, history, intelligence. Insight is going to be wisdom, and I know someone's going to correct me on that potentially, but that's fine. We're all here to learn. Investigation, that is intelligence. Medicine checks. Medicine checks are intelligence. Nature checks, though, are wisdom. Performance, that's going to be charisma. Persuasion, that is also going to be charisma. Religion, it's going to be intelligence. And sleight of hand is going to be dexterity. You might have noticed that I didn't remember all of them. That's fine. You select them, and when you get to your character page, you can see what they do. Look in the book. Look it up on D&D Beyond, the basic rule book. It's all there, people, for you to find and investigate yourself. I am not the end-all, be-all for information by any means. So we're just going to pick some skills here, just kind of flavoring our character as what we think they're going to be like. I'm going to go with persuasion just because, I like to have a persuasive character. His charisma skills not great. So, you can kind of word this as, this will help him out in those moments where he needs it. It's not always the best plan, but hey, sometimes it's better to just stick with what you're good at. So in that end, I am actually going to give him animal handling because our wisdom's not bad. At 14, that's pretty good. That's definitely respectable for a character that's not its primary stat. Additionally, earlier we talked about multi-classing. With a wisdom score of 14, he could multi-class as a cleric, no problem. And there's benefits to doing that for a lot of different reasons. So next, it gives a choice of a gaming set, which is kind of cool. So we're going to just say he owns a set of dice, whatever. And it says you have a military rank career as a soldier, and it goes into a description of what that means. But really what we want here is the suggested characteristics. These are just here to help you roleplay your character, guys. You don't have to use these. I'm not going to select anything here, but it just goes through, helpers to help you, personality traits, choose two, ideals, what do you stand for, bonds, my honor is my life. That's good. You're playing, trying to figure out how to play your character. That's fun. Okay. Character details. We're talking about alignment here, guys. We've been talking, kind of hinting at it for a while. Alignment is a moral chart that D&D uses, and there's a little bit of contention of how important it is. And the answer to that question is it's as important as you and your DM want it to be. I, as a DM, I like the alignment chart. I think it's great, especially since I know I enjoy learning about a lot of the lore. And alignment, when you get into the lore and the history of the D&D multiverse, alignment becomes very important. The gods are all based off of their alignment. At times, being chaotic or being lawful is more important. At times, being good or evil is more important. And those things have shifted over the time, even with the gods. What is more important? So choose. I can go through it. Yeah. Let's go ahead and go through it. Evil. I'm just going to use characters from popular fiction that I find best fit. But there can be other interpretations, obviously. Chaotic evil, that's your Joker. He just wants to see the world burn. Chaotic good, that's your, lovable rebel. A lot of people would say Han Solo. And I would agree, but I would actually agree that when they first meet Han Solo, he's chaotic neutral. When you say neutral, a lot of times that means self-centered. So when you first meet him, he's chaotic and he'll do whatever is right for him. Whereas at the end of the trilogy, you see more of a chaotic good Han Solo where he'll do whatever is good for his people. Regardless of whether or not that ruffles anyone's feathers. Lawful evil. Those are your devils. Those are your, they're making pacts and contracts where they live by the letter of the law. And they will find ways to bend it to suit their means and to hurt other people. Lawful good. You do what's right and you follow the rules. I don't know how else to say it. Lawful neutral. You do what the rules tell you to do. That's it. I would actually say this is where you start getting into your Batman debate, where Batman is clearly not evil. But there can be a debate of whether or not he's truly good or neutral. I'm leaning towards obviously good, but hey, whatever. Neutral, pure neutral doesn't exist. Pure neutral is a tree. If you are purely neutral, you don't care about anything. That's an unplayable character as far as I'm concerned. If someone can prove me otherwise, I'd love to see it. Neutral evil. You're just evil. You're self-centered and evil. If it's you don't care what your goals hurt or who your goals hurt, you're in it for yourself. Neutral good. you care about what's right, but you don't really care about who's, who you step on in the, I don't want to say you don't care about who you step on, because you do, because you're good. But you don't care about ruffling feathers, certainly. So yeah, we're gonna put neutral good, and it gives a little blurb. So let's kind of look at this. Neutral good folk do the best they can to help out according to their needs. Many celestials, some cloud giants, and most gnomes are neutral good. Cool, gotcha. Faith, you'll notice there's no like selections, or you can put whatever you want or not put anything. It's, again, we're getting into the stuff that is only as important as it is important to you. And then lifestyle. Now this is getting into royalty and, are you poor or what are you? And listen, folks, it might be tempting to go ahead and press aristocratic, but if you are aristocratic, what are you adventuring for? You need to be able to explain that. And I'm going to be honest, most characters I've come across, and there's always exceptions, haven't been able to. So frankly, keep with modest or comfortable. And then also whatever role play dictates. So then you get into physical characteristics. That's exactly what it sounds like. How old you are, male, female, height, weight, zodiac sign, whatever you want to put in there. Personal characteristics. This is, the things that you selected earlier. It'll just put it down here. And then notes for your characters, whatever, extra things you want to put in. Backstory is important. Now, backstory. So we made a level 1 fighter here, guys. Level 1, you ain't done nothing. You ain't seen nothing. Write a paragraph. I don't need, as a DM, if you're making a level 1 character, first off, I'm going to be honest. If I'm DMing, especially now, I've learned I'm not having you start at level 1. Yeah, I'm having you start at level 3. I'm going to be honest. Tired of watching characters die. But if you're starting at level 1, give me a paragraph. That's all I need. And the rule of thumb is, and this isn't a hard rule, man. This isn't a hard rule. Paragraph per level. And that's not like if you're level 5 and you have 3 paragraphs, I'm not going to beat you over the head with it. I don't care. I'm just saying no more than 5. Because at a certain point, it just gets... I'm not going to read all that. Sometimes less is more. So that's your description page. And we're just going to run through equipment next video. And that's the last video of actually creating the character, guys. So congratulations. We're almost done. And good luck.